Thank you everyone for joining us. We have Kyle and Corey Seager now available.
Avocado.
Is it recording yet?
I don't know. I just want.
I don't think you did.
We'll see. It's a good move, I guess. I like that.
Right? I was like, so that's a kind of tough word to just throw in there, dude.
Yeah, it's not exactly the easiest.
First questions from Alanna Rizzo. Go ahead, Alanna.
Hi, Seegers. Corey, it seems like the world has been waiting for this, the baseball world, for a long time, for you and Kyle to be able to play together in a major league game. What's it like in this moment for you?
Avocado.
You know what? I think that's actually a really good answer, one in which I expected. Corey's older brother, what's it like to continue to lose to Corey?
I said avocado first, for the record. You guys might not have heard it, but I definitely said it first.
The rules were you needed to be recorded, and I don't think it had started yet.
So this
But
is what
thank you,
like.
Justin, for my $20.
This is what it's like being brothers, huh? I mean, how fun is this experience for you guys today? In all seriousness, hi Kyle.
How you doing? I think Justin's having probably more fun than we are right now.
Yeah, for sure.
For me personally, this is cool. This is a really cool day for me. You know, getting to play against Corey. You know, out here in LA. You know, playing at the Dodger Stadium is obviously very cool. But playing against Corey is something we've talked about for a long time, and I'm definitely really excited about it.
And Corey, I know over the course of the time that you've been here, we've had conversations at length about, just playing, growing up with Kyle, with Justin, and how cool of a moment it is for your parents to have all three of their kids in pro ball. Now that it's finally happening on the same field, what goes through your head?
Yeah, I probably should apologize for that one. That's honestly probably my fault that it hasn't happened sooner.
100%.
But no, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. I got to play with Justin in high school, and always grew up watching Kyle, always going to his games, going to Carolina, going to the College World Series, experiencing a lot of cool things, watching him play. It'll be a lot of fun to share now on the field.
Who's the better brother on the field?
I didn't hear the question. I'm sorry.
Who's the better player?
Oh, brother. Better brother's probably Justin.
Yeah, Justin's gonna win the brother department, especially if he gives me the $20 and not Corey.
Yeah.
What about player? You guys do you compete against one another, Corey?
There's always the little bit of rivalry. We have our little home run bets or double bets. He pretty much wins homers every year, and I pretty much win doubles every year. So I think it comes out to be pretty fair bets across the board.
He's also beat me pretty badly in the postseason numbers, so that's something that he's got an edge on me there too.
Kyle, how cool do you think this is for your parents? I know both Jeff and Jody have been obviously watching you guys since you were infants, as far as getting into this game, and probably a moment they've waited for.
Yeah, definitely. This is definitely going to be tough. I think for them, it's a really cool moment, but at the same time, they've planned, when to come out to spring training, when to do a lot of different things around this type of game. And, for this season kind of being what it is and, not allowing fans to be here, I think it's definitely, going to be hard for, not only them, but, our whole family. So this is definitely a pretty cool moment for us. And, we certainly wish it was, under different circumstances.
All right. Thanks, both of you. I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, thank you.
Dave,
5 minutes ago.
Yeah, good move.
Hey guys, I was curious. I know you guys just mentioned the bets that you have as far as home runs and doubles. Do you guys keep tabs on each other on a nightly basis? Will you look to see what Corey did, and Corey, will you look to see what Kyle did?
Absolutely. That's my brother. So we're obviously, as competitive as you want to be, we're still rooting for each other. So, I mean, I love looking in the box score and seeing him, have good games, like yesterday. So, I mean, obviously we're trying to, compete with each other, but, at the same time, we're rooting for each other. So, off seasons, everything it goes. I mean, I'm obviously rooting for my brother.
I was wondering
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you're gonna say the same thing. I hope he goes out and has 4 hits tonight and we still win. So like, he's still your brother. You're still rooting for him. You're still competing against him. You basically want him to do well and us to still win.
How much do you guys lean on each other during the season? How much do you talk as far as baseball goes? Will you lean on each other? I know you guys both have had highs and lows with injuries and success. So how much do you guys lean on each other?
Yeah, substantially. Kyle's, fortunately for me coming up through, I've had a brother who went through everything, experienced everything, gave me his input on everything. It gave you a different perspective. It gave you a little bit of a edge in front of people, knowing what to expect, knowing how to expect things to happen. And just throughout my career, it's been incredible to have that person there. And it's, you couldn't be any more thankful for it.
Yeah, same for me. This year's been, unique in a lot of senses, but, playing against the NL West, he knows a lot of things about, the ballparks or the pitchers or something like that I don't. So, we can constantly be, in communication and talking about different things. And, obviously we're still rooting for each other. So, you can get the, congratulations text messages also.
Last one for me. Kyle, do you prefer this much distance from Corey, or would you prefer even more distance from him?
No, I don't ever get to be around him when we got uniforms on, so this is good for me. This is as close as I've been. So I think we have a spring training picture with my wife, and I think that's about as that's about as close as we've gotten. I got a picture with him at a World Series game, but other than that, we don't get to be that close. This is nice.
Yeah, we got to basically last 4 more hours, and we'll finally have done it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Next question's from Ryan Divish. Go ahead, Ryan.
Corey, I think you mentioned it before, but what was Kyle like growing up? Was he a bully? I think you said he liked to start things with you and Justin and all that kind of stuff. What was he like growing up?
Kyle is a very good antagonizer. Manipulation's the wrong word. That's a little harsh. He's very good at, especially our middle brother, very good at knowing what buttons to push, knowing where to go, knowing how to go to get it to go towards me, not even himself. So me and Justin, we battled quite often, and to our own fault too. We had our own scuffs, just me and him ourselves. So, but Kyle was very good at that. But then again, at the same time, very supportive. He had fun. He could play with us. We were 4 and 6 years younger than him, and he could still go play ping pong with us and let us at least think we had a chance when we really didn't.
Kyle, do you have an answer to that?
Not in ping pong.
I'm sorry?
Do you have a response to his summary of that?
Yeah, I'm quite a bit older than them, so of course I beat on them. So I was a lot bigger than them. So I think it was about my junior year of college. I go off to college, I'm still bigger than them, and then when I got done with that year, they were both bigger than me. So that's kind of when we stopped, doing all the instigating and fighting, because it's time to mature at that point.
You guys, your dad worked with you guys a lot with your swings, and for a long time, your guys' swings look so similar. Corey, Kyle seems to change quite a bit. Does he talk to you about all the tinkering he does with his swing? And yours has stayed a little bit more the same. What's kind of like how your guys' swings have been? Yeah,
for sure. We bounce ideas off each other all the time. We hit in the off season. We speak throughout the year. I definitely do my fair share of tinkering as well. So it's a constant conversation. It's a constant thought process changes, and you just bounce ideas off left, right, how we set up, how we view things. And it's a nice person to be able to go back to and have a similar basis and have a similar idea of how we do it, and have that person to ask questions to.
How many swing changes has he had? Like,
have I had?
Yeah. Well, have you guys talked about all that stuff?
Days have we played? What? How many days have we played?
Yeah, but say I'm still looking for one that works. So yeah, it's a constant. It's a little ebb and flow of the game. So some days you feel good, some days you don't. So I mean, you're constantly making adjustments. I think that's part of our job too. So you're constantly striving to do better and have a better swing. So I mean, the adjustments don't necessarily change. I think maybe maybe they're not as big of an adjustments as they've been in the past, where you don't visually see them maybe, but the constant working for a better swing is still there.
Last one for me, Kyle. The just overall, just the whole aspect of your brother. I mean, I think the first time at the All-Star game, you were at the All-Star game, he was at the Futures game, things like that. I mean, just how has that just been for you guys?
It's been really cool. It's really special for me, being the older brother to, get to work out and train in the off seasons with both my brothers. That was something that, I really, really enjoyed, getting that. Me being quite a bit older, I never went to school with them. I never, obviously played with them or anything like that. So, that time that we were spending the winters together, where we'd work out together every day, where we were hitting the cage every day, when we had those times, those were pretty special to me. So this is, this is something that, I'm pretty excited about. See what all the hype's about, see what he's worth, see what he's got.
Thanks, guys.
Next question from Shannon Drayer. Go ahead, Shannon.
Yeah, Corey, we were actually there when you were drafted. We were in the clubhouse and we saw Kyle see you get drafted and the response that he had. What do you remember about when Big Brother got drafted?
I was actually supposed to be asleep, and my door was open. I was, you're hoping, you're expecting. And he actually played for a Mariners team when he was younger. And when you got drafted by him, I actually walked out with a jersey that he played with. So it was a really cool memory. And it's one of those that will stick with you forever for sure.
Also interested to know what each of you would take from the other if you could, baseball wise. What do you admire in the other's game and what wouldn't you mind having?
I'd take his speed. Zero.
Yeah, I'm beating you.
Yeah, that's why I said it.
Valid point.
Got you.
Yeah, I don't want to go down this route.
Hey, this is a first. He's out of words.
Yep. What would I take from Corey? Probably some height. I wouldn't mind that. It'd be nice to be a little bit taller, probably. I don't want to play shortstop anymore. I tried that once. It didn't go too well for me, so I thought that was the dream, but it's not.
All right, thanks, guys, and good job with the speed.
It's fair. It's a fair point.
Next question is from Jorge Castillo. Go ahead.
Hey guys, for either one of you, I guess you mentioned family. Where are they going to watch this from? Is there some kind of gathering back home? What's going on tonight?
I mean, I think with all this this COVID stuff, there's really not too many big gatherings. I know my wife and kids they'll have the game on up in Seattle, but I'm sure my parents will be watching this in the same place that they kind of always do, in the couch with the multiple TVs.
Hey, fortunately they only got to use one TV today, so they're probably pretty happy about that.
Yeah, save a little bit.
Yeah, I don't have to switch back and forth.
Have you guys heard from them a lot more than usual maybe today?
I've talked to them a little bit. I think it's kind of a sad day for them. They've been planning for this day and kind of dreaming about this day for a while, and then obviously not being able to be here in person. I think that definitely puts a little bit of a damper on it, but but I think they're still very excited for it.
And Corey, for you, when you have that back injury recently, are you thinking I got to get back for this? One of these four, I gotta make this happen.
No, I wasn't thinking about that until actually I came back and I realized, like, man, I cut that one pretty close to almost doing this again to us. I guess we could have tried again next year, kind of thing. But
finding ways to dodge me.
Yeah, that's what it seems to be for sure.
Thank you.
Huh?
Question from Brad Adam. Go ahead, Brad.
Well, Kyle, first of all, I'd like to take your jump shot, my friend. I've seen that.
For sure.
I know how good that is. Yeah, he would too, right?
100%. I'll take his ability to dunk, but he can have mine.
Hey, when you go back to working out and get ready for the season and you get the 60-game schedule, and you find out it's West versus West, you see you're going to play the Dodgers 4 times. What's kind of the initial reaction? What was the initial kind of conversation with the family that day?
Yeah, no, I mean, it starts out excitement. Me and Corey were, both kind of, able to talk about that and everything. You're excited to, get on the field with them and play with them and, play against them, obviously. But, then it goes back to the same thing. We're starting out here in LA and, my wife and kids would love to be here. My parents, my brothers, aunts, uncles, a lot of people would like to be here, I'm sure. And, it's kind of a little bit unfortunate with all this. And, you don't kind of get to do as much of a, party, I guess, as it would have been maybe.
Corey, your kind of initial reaction when you saw the schedule, realized that you have 4 chances to play against Kyle?
Yeah, like you said, obviously really excited. It's pretty cool, that we get to go 2-2 too. So we kind of get to come experience what he goes through every day, where he's at. I made a trip, was last off season for the first time up to Seattle, and just kind of see his play, see what his life's like, and experience a little bit of his day to day. And now to be able to kind of go play at his park and everything, it'll be a lot of fun.
When your teammates come to you, your pitchers come to you, Corey, and say, "Hey, how am I going to get your brother out?" What kind of a scouting report would you guys give your teammates on each other?
Use your words wisely.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Pass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one for here and there's one for the clubhouse, I'm sure.
Yeah. Those are different conversations. Probably should keep them there.
All right, let's change it then, Corey. How about watching Kyle this year? And he's been hitting since day one. I know he's tinkering a lot. He says he hasn't found a swing, but it seems to be working this year. When you see him this year, what are you seeing that impresses you, and what's Kyle doing right at the plate?
I mean, he's obviously doing a lot of things right at the plate. He started off really well, getting hurt and missing time, stuff like that. It's hard, like it's hard to miss that much time, get back in the flow of things, be healthy, trust that things are where they want to be and how strong you want to be and stuff like that. And to kind of miss time again, you never know how you're going to start, but he worked really hard this quarantine. He stayed in shape, stayed doing everything, and it's paying off for him now. That's been a big thing for us always, is working hard. Hard work beats talent. Talent doesn't work hard, as our dad likes to say. So to see him out there and healthy and doing what he can do, it's a joy to watch. Shout out, Pops.
There you go. That's a good one.
All right, thank you. Appreciate it.
I got time for one more. Go ahead, Ken.
Kyle, you mentioned shortstop and you mentioned Corey's height. Are you a little surprised by now that he didn't follow you over to third?
No, he's fine. He doesn't need to follow me to third. Yeah, I already get enough Corey comparisons. I don't need him playing third, and then that would really ruin my day. So, no, Corey's doing just fine at shortstop. I don't think there's really any reason to move him. I did say jump shot too. You left that part out, or the dunking part. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thank you, everyone, for joining us.